Comic Book Savant, Comic Sense. Welcome back to the Comic Book Savant podcast. I'm your host, James Harris. This week's episode, or in this episode, we're going to be doing a comic book haul episode. I know it's been a little while. I've been kind of spacing them out because I just haven't been buying comics as frequently. So I used to do these recap every month about my pickups, but considering they're way more spaced out, they come a little bit more less frequently. So if you were a big fan of these episodes, I'm sorry that they're a little bit more spaced out, but it's just basically based on how my buying habits and patterns have been. But during this stretch, which I think the last one I did was ending out 2020, so this episode is basically covering everything that I've pretty much bought from January until April of 2021. So let me just dive into it. Picked up quite a few books during this stretch, or the most I have in a while. I know I've talked about it in one of the previous episodes where we did a conversation where we talked about buying habits and how the pandemic has affected the way we bought comics. We had a really good conversation in the Facebook group, which I made into an episode. So it's really like an extension. So I've really been waiting on sales to fill gaps of stuff that I've really wanted, or newer stuff that finally has come down in price. But some of the things I picked up, I ended up picking up a bunch of Epic collections. It was a really good sale that Comixology had, where if you were subscribed to Comixology Unlimited, you get I think it was like you get 50% off, and it actually even applied to books that were already on sale. So I really went hog wild with Marvel Epic collections during this stretch. Primarily, I think this was sometime in April this sale took place. So I picked up Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection Round Robin. I got that for $5. I ended up picking up Avengers Epic Collection Heavy Metal. I got that for $9. I got Avengers West Coast Epic Collection Tales to Astonish for $9. I got Avengers West Coast Epic Collection Vision Quest for $9. Excuse me, I said $9 for $9.99 for those again. So each of those last three were $9.99. Ended up getting Bomb Queen Volume 8 Trump card for free. That was just listed randomly for free on Comixology, so I picked it up. Got Captain Marvel Volume 3 The Last Avenger for $2. I got the Empire event that took place last year. Got that trade for $6.79. Picked up Fantastic Four Epic Collection, the world's greatest comic magazine, for $8.49. Ended up getting Fantastic Four Epic Collection, The Mystery of the Black Panther, for $6.79. I got Hellions by Zeb Wells Volume 1 for $2.54. I got Iron Fist Epic Collection, The Fury of the Iron Fist, for $6.79. I ended up getting Iron Man Epic Collection War Machine for $7.99. Ended up picking up Secret Warriors Volume 2, God of Fear, God of War for $2.54. Ended up picking up Secret Warriors Volume 3, Wake the Beast, for $3.39. I got Secret Warriors Volume 4, Last Ride of the Howling Commandos, for $2.54. Got Secret Warriors Volume 5, Night, for $2.54. And Secret Warriors Volume 6, Wheels Within Wheels, for $2.54 as well. Yeah, I was picking up that collection. I think on my YouTube channel a couple years ago, I read Volume 1 and reviewed it and really liked it. They didn't have the whole series in like a bigger format. They only had like 2 volumes, and they weren't on sale, so these individual trades were on sale. So I wanted to pick up the rest of the series since I love the art and I love the writing in the first volume that I read. So since it was a relatively short run, and all these trades practically amounted were the same cost as one of the 2 volumes that was out that doesn't even collect the whole series. So I just decided to buy the individual trades for cheaper, then wait for those to make it to digital and finish out the series. This was an easier way to finish out that series. So that's why I have the consecutive of the Secret Warriors trades of that volume with Secret Warriors anyway. I also picked up Star Wars Jedi versus Sith trade for only 84 cents, part of the Star Wars May the 4th be with you sale that started in April. I think it's still running, but by the time you probably hear this episode, the sale will have already ended. But that trade was only 84 cents. Teen Titans issues 38 through 43. I got those 6 issues for $5.04, so about 84 cents an issue. That was a sale going on there as well. I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the IDW Collection, Volume 11 for $11.24. I picked up The Mighty Captain Marvel, Volume 1, Alien Nation for $1.50. The Mighty Captain Marvel Volume 2, Band of Sisters for $1.50. The Mighty Captain Marvel Volume 3, Dark Origins for $1.50. Also picked up Valkyrie, Jane Foster Volume 1, The Sacred and the Profane for $1.50. Valkyrie, Jane Foster Volume 2, At the End of All Things for $1.50. Again, I think that was a part of that sale, so they were on sale for like $2.54, 50% off. Got them for $1.50. You can't beat trades for $1.50. Also picked up Venom Epic Collection Symbiosis for $4. Picked up Young Avengers by Alan Heinberg and Jim Chung, the complete collection for $5.09. If you've never read that, definitely read. This is the original volume of the Young Avengers series. Great stuff. It's becoming more and more important in the MCU because we're seeing the slow incorporation of the Young Avengers leading to potentially a Young Avengers TV show and or movie somewhere, probably maybe in phase 5. So that, if you've never read it, it might be something you want to look into for the future because certain pieces are already slowly but surely in the background are being put into place with the Young Avengers coming to the MCU sooner than later for sure. So that could be an important read if you've never read it before. Then lastly, I picked up X-Men Epic Collection, The Fate of the Phoenix. Got that for $9.99. So a bunch of, I got a lot of bang for my buck. And that's what I always try to say in these Comic Sense episodes is that, we want to get the most bang for our buck. A lot of us doesn't have a lot of disposable income to just throw tons and tons of money at, books. Again, this is everything I bought from January all the way to April. So we're talking about a 4-month span, and most of this stuff, everything that I bought, I pretty much bought on sale. I wait till good sales come up, and then, I will spend quite a bit. But again, the most I spent for, any given book was $11.24. I got a lot of stuff for like sub $5, so it's just, picking the right time and then pounce when those deals are good and you can really make your dollar stretch. So that's the kind of thing, like I would mention before when I did like bargain hunting, episodes and stuff like that. I told you, like, I will scan, Comixology multiple times because I buy digital, but you can do that too if you go to different sites. If you use InStockTrades.com, or you use something like DCBS, they always have good deals when you order your books, or any different retail site, even Amazon proper. If you want to buy digital or physical books, they have sales a lot of times. So it's just, constantly scanning the sites. Me, because I'm always on the computer doing stuff anyway, I check daily for new sales on Comixology. But on Amazon, if you scan like once or twice a week, just when you got some free time, hey, let me see if any sales or deals or sudden price drops. It happens. You can catch a lot of good deals. So that's all I really do. I don't do anything out of the way special to catch these deals. I'm always checking and, just make sure my little budgeted money I have over to the side that I'm like, oh, now I'm going to spend. If not, I let it build up to a good sale comes along. I don't frivolously buy comics. unless they're on sale, just period, because I only have a very limited budget. And you all have been gracious to me, like, like sometimes when you buy physical comics and you get codes and stuff like that, you've been really cool and have, donated codes to me so I can get stuff, so it's even less stuff I have to buy. So I try to, fill in gaps, or every way I can. So it's like little things like that that helps me a ton to make my limited budget stretch very far. Also picked up a few comic book related movies. I picked up Superman Doomsday, got that for $9.99. Got Batman Soul of the Dragon, which you probably should have heard the review of that by the time you hear this episode. Picked that up for $9.99. Picked up Catwoman, the Halle Berry Catwoman movie. Picked it up for $5.99. And I bought Wonder Woman 1984. I got that for $12.99. So, and you've probably already heard the review that I've done of that as well at this point, if I'm not mistaken. You probably have. So that was all the comic book related pickups that I had. Like I said, these episodes are way more spaced out than what they used to be. Like I said, the pandemic did fundamentally shift how and when I buy comics, and it's pretty much, if it's not on sale, I don't buy it, or if it doesn't drop down from initial cover price. A lot of Image stuff, primarily like what is it, Oblivion Song. I normally wait a month or so till that comes out, because Image is good about dropping their cover price. So if it's like $2.99, it drops down to $1.99. So with my discount, I get it for like $170 something, like $174 or something like that. So I normally will wait and pick those up, because I read those in batches anyway. Yeah, so those kind of things, it's little tricks that I've learned along the way that works to maximize my spending power. And hopefully, some of those tips that I give help you guys in a similar way to save as much money as possible. With that being said, that's all I really have for you guys for this episode. I appreciate all your support and your kind words for the content that I create. Without you guys, I would not be anything. It's because of the support I get from you, support I get from my family, that makes me able to do what I do to bring the content to you guys. So I appreciate you all for that. And as always, you can find me over at Instagram, and you can find me over at Twitter as well, at Comic Book Savant. All the content is over at comicbooksavant.com. That's the website. We have a merchandise store, so check that out. We have cool t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, all that kind of stuff. Also, if you like the content I create and you would like to support the show, I have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/Comic Book Savant. Check that out as well. Also, you can check out our dope community over at Facebook. We have an open community site. It's the Comic Book Savant Society. You can search for that on Facebook and join the group and jump into the conversation. We just get to know each other, talk comics. I throw topics out there, or we have conversations, just like I stated earlier, that turn into episodes just based on the back and forth we have in the group. And if I think it's something good, or someone in the community recommends a topic for me to cover, then, it's a good kind of melding pot that we all kind of come together as well. So it's definitely something worth checking out if you're on Facebook, to check that out. Toying with the idea of restarting. At one point I had tried to use Discord years ago, and it wasn't the hot thing, and recently everyone's on Discord. They can have it on their phone, they can have it on their computer, so it's becoming more widely acceptable. I might try to do something with that again, since no one really knew what it was when I was trying to push it 2-3 years ago, I think it was. So I might try to do something with that, since more and more people are now know it and are using it as a platform, that we might try to extend the group out there. I guess it will just depend on the feedback I get from you guys, if that's something you're interested in. But that's all I have for you guys for this episode. If one last thing, if you've listened to the podcast and you've never went over to iTunes and leave a review, I would really appreciate it if you would take a moment and do that. It just helps get more ears listening to to the podcast and getting it, gets more coverage or through the pod catching services when it's more reviews on there. And it's been a while since any reviews. I was checking. I was like, oh wow, I don't really talk about that whole aspect of it, but I would really appreciate it if you haven't, or even if you have, if you can do an updated review. I would greatly appreciate that a ton. But again, that's all I have for you guys. I hope everyone's staying safe out there, getting vaccinated, if available in your area, and staying safe. Until next time, you guys take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.